Each week I receive a number of comments on social media or via email that I do my best to reply to in an effective manner. Some of them I just have to ignore for various reasons. But a little while back, I received a comment on my YouTube channel that I decided to give a thorough reply to, and I thought I'd share that here today. On my YouTube channel, I have a video entitled Scientifically Questioning the Regression to Cause Approach in the Hypnotherapy Field. I'll put a link in the comments section below if you'd like to read and watch the original post. If you watch it on YouTube, you'll also see the comment posted, the one that I'm addressing here today in this video. In that video, I gave a scientific critique of regression to cause approaches, and I highlighted some of the challenges presented within that approach by researchers and authors. Anyway, the comment from a man called Michael, he put his comment in public, so it's okay to mention him. The comment was as follows. He wrote, Adam, I have helped numerous people over the past 23 years using regression without any danger to my clients. I couldn't help but notice your biased view towards this approach. Have you yourself been through your own training analysis? So I wrote back, hello Michael, sigh. I wrote a sigh in there because I felt a tad exasperated. I don't know, can you be a tad exasperated? Anyway, so I replied, this comment, your comment strikes me as such a shame and seems indicative of so much when I talk about, and that I talk about within my videos and with regards to our field and the professionals within it. You see, being able to apply critical thinking and make an effective case in support of our ideas. Regarding your comment, I couldn't help but notice you're biased towards this approach. Have you yourself been through your own training analysis? You see, instead of casting aspersions about me and my training and aiming your argument at me personally, you really ought to be commenting on the points that were raised and stick to the topic. I myself have trained with some of the biggest proponents of regression. I've welcomed many such people onto my podcast and engaged in deep debate and discussion with them. I've studied and discussed the topic in depth. And importantly, I've actually read the research supporting both sides of the debate regarding regression. I also used regression extensively for the first 10 years of my career with varying degrees of success. I do have bias, but it is a well-informed bias that's weighed up both sides of the debate, both sides of the evidence base. It's examined the science. And with your comment here, you've presented nothing to avert that currently or shift my stance. What's more, what on earth has my own training got to do with anything that was raised in that video? This seems like a really non sequitur thing to write and say. The stance and the position that I adopt within my own work is one that's been informed by my own PhD research, my own published academic papers, my own books, over 23 years of experience, in addition to a wide range of training courses, not just a single training or a single stance that I was spoon-fed and that I mercilessly cling on to like it was gospel due to overinvestment in it. Now, regarding your next comment, I have helped numerous people over the past 23 years using regression without any danger to my clients. Saying that you've been doing something for 23 years is not necessarily a good argument and does not really constitute substantial evidence to upturn any of the evidence-based points that were made in my video. Doing something for 23 years does not make something correct. As I put in a different video, crocodile dung was used as a contraceptive by thousands of people in ancient times for a lot longer than 23 years. bloodletting, the use of human sweat, leeches, they were all used for many more than 23 years. So why do we not still use them? Like I said, I have a video on that topic on my channel, on my YouTube channel, the Hypnosis Geek channel. I encourage people to go and watch it. A historical precursor to hypnosis was mesmerism, which was widespread and used for over a century with a great amount of success according to the literature. So why do we not still use those exact processes within our field with the same degree of prevalence today? Similarly, why do all hypnotherapy associations and professional organizations today insist upon and ensure that their members engage in a minimum number of CPD, continued professional development hours each year? Because we all need to continue to move forward and not simply stand still. As individuals and as a field, a professional field, we need to progress, we need to develop, we need to move forwards and onwards. How do people even know for sure it's the regression technique in their clinic that is getting the results and not many of the other variables at play? Strong evidence suggests that working alliance and expectation and placebo are all good indicators of therapeutic outcomes, for example. Extra therapeutic factors contribute greatly to therapeutic outcomes, and the mechanisms of regression are still not absolutely clear. Why not, Michael, offer up some convincing evidence for the efficacy of regression beyond personal anecdote? And what's more, I'll happily concede and yield my current position in the face of such evidence. I'm always keen to develop myself, and I've changed my stance greatly over the years in the face of good quality evidence, including, having to humbly rewrite my best-selling book, which was based upon a flawed premise. I've spent time speaking with major proponents and trainers in the world who offer up what I consider to be ethical applications of regression. These people seek to learn from the fact that regression was the technique applied and at the heart of the biggest psychiatric litigation cases in psychiatric history. Go read some of the ongoing accounts of the false memory societies around the world. We have the BFMS here in the UK, and read upon, and about the very real issues and dangers around re-traumatization and the absolute fallibility of memory, and the ways that evidence suggests hypnosis can exacerbate issues around that. All points that were comprehensively made in my video. Surely it's responsible to be cautious of a therapeutic approach that has such a dominant hand in such problematic issues, no? You see, my aim is not to outlaw regression. It's for people within this and related fields, at the very least, to know both sides of the debate and understand the argument against it. And beyond regression as a topic, for more people in our field to be able to construct an effective argument, to apply critical thinking and represent this field in a credible fashion. Thank you for taking the time to comment. Best wishes to you, Adam. So that was the end of my comment, and I wanted to share it here because, as I said in my comment, that this is typical of the kind of thinking processes that many hypnotherapists possess. They get defensive, and that's it. And I'm doing all I can to educate accordingly in terms of thinking styles and promoting us developing as a field and to advance what we do and to bring our field out of the fringes where it lies currently. Though I appreciate that not everyone shares my vision. Anyway, I hope you found that useful and stimulating. That's it for today. Do subscribe to this channel and do go visit my college website for information about our online and our classroom-based courses. Go take a look at our members area as a real paradise for hypnosis geeks. Anyway, bye for now. Toodaloo.